He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in law.
Roommate-in-law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
How far art thou? Does that mean how are you doing?
I thought it was wherefore art thou, and that was where the heck you at?
Yeah, I thought that was where are you doing?
Where are you doing? How are you in there?
I believe that's what Shakespeare meant when he said, what that booty do.
What that mouth do? What is how far out? How far art thou? Do people say,
wherefore art thou?
Yeah, but you said how far art thou?
Yeah, I was mixing it up.
Oh, I thought that might have been in there too. I don't know. Shakespeare was making stuff up all the time.
He made up a whole bunch of words we still use. I can't name any, but I know it's a true fact.
It's like, what a flex to make up a language that is now like kind of seen as like classy.
Yeah, people are like, damn it. Like he was literally just making up like it was like saying like low key. He's like, dude, say less. And everybody's like, this dude's classy as hell.
Damn, dude, he's like fancier than the rest of us.
Say no more is still a better way to say less, but I get it.
Sure.
It's not as cool when you're 14 and you're like, say no more, brother.
But I think say no more, that's more drastic than say less, because say no more is like, hey, shut the hell up.
No, I think
not what it means,
it's more. And it's say no more when you're like, I'm right on the same page.
Yes, it's
no
crystal clear, locked and loaded. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but say no more means literally don't say anything else. Say less is like, hey, just don't say as much.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you already kind of said a lot, so it'd be neat if you just stop that.
You can do a little bit more. Hey, speaking of saying less, that was a smooth transition. We're not roommates.
Not even brothers-in-law, folks. But we are.
In our parents' homes.
No, I'm at the dang Royal Sonesta in the only city that matters in these United States.
Oh, you're in St. Paul, Minnesota right now?
Let's go. There we go. We're cooking early. We're cooking often. I'm in
Orleans.
Dang New Orleans, Louisiana for our little annual. You know, we chalk it up as it's our little decompress time. It's like our, we did all the Christmas, we did all the family. Let's go to New Orleans and relax. And then we are here absolutely going balls to the wall the entire time we're here.
Correct me if I'm wrong. New Orleans isn't necessarily known as a chill ass city.
It's never been known for that. I just don't know why we have it in our heads like, let's go to New Orleans and relax.
Yeah, you could pick somewhere else, or be honest.
St. Paul would be a great pick.
Yeah, I don't know. We party pretty hard in St. Paul. I get a little loose in the hot tub here.
Oh, let's go. The hot tub looseness. That's a different kind of loose.
Because you're a little delirious.
Yeah. Well, you
been in there long enough. You have no water left in your body.
Yeah, you're like in there alone, but you're hallucinating a few other people in there. You're kind of having a great time, folks.
I'm playing characters. I'm going corner to corner.
It's essentially you like the Martin Lawrence movies.
Exactly. Yeah.
4 different characters. It's just Tommy and the Clumps and the that's Eddie Murphy in the hot tub.
Same concept. Yeah, I am.
I'm sipping on a dang pina colada here, Tom. Why not?
Damn. I am just looking at myself in the camera here. I look like shit. You ever like get it in your head where like I gotta get a workout in, and then like the time is just like I'm like I actually don't have time. So what I just did, I looked like a crazy person. I just basically sprinted through my parents' neighborhood for 15 minutes just to
feel it.
I was like, I gotta break a sweat. I have to do something.
What's the temp over there in the soda? Gotta be chilly.
35.
Yeah, that then it takes a minute to get the sweat going, and then you sweat, and then you get extra cold.
And then it's like nose is running because it's cold. And
I think I'm doing the same thing. My nose hasn't stopped. I'm a booger factory over here, Tom. We go downstairs. We had some friends meet us, and we went to dinner with them last night. Walk right up. Haven't seen these people in a year. Give my buddy a hug. He goes, man, you have like a huge booger in your nose.
Good to see you, dude. How's this relaxation time going for you?
Yeah, it's like because you look beat as hell.
You look terrible, if I'm being honest.
Oh, we're having a fun time. Why not? We're eating good food. We're both up 32 pounds.
Yeah, these holidays, this is just not. I think I'm up. I got to be up some serious weight since being home.
It just hurts so much. I haven't talked to your fat ass since Santa came to town. How was it?
He came.
Gross.
And yeah. God, I forgot to tweet my annual Christmas tweet this year.
What's your annual crewman tweet?
Christmas came early. Call me Christmas. I'm doing it on stage tonight. I don't care.
Why the hell not? Say, hey, sorry, I forgot to pop this on Twitter.
God,
I need
I
my
did a show
annual
on
7 likes.
I did a show on the 23rd too. It would have been perfect. What the hell?
Don't you hate that? You want to go back in time? Or just
That's
like email everyone from the show and be like, I just kind of forgot this riff I wanted to do, and it's about cum and Santa.
Dude, that's what I've been doing since Tampa. I wrote a local joke about Tampa after all the shows, and then I just have been saying, "Hey, pretend you're in Tampa."
Yeah, and you're like, oh, so this is worthless now.
Yeah.
This joke
and I've
I
just
wrote.
been doing it, and it's doing like C+ numbers.
But you feel good about it.
And I'm going, wouldn't that have been killer if it was in Tampa though?
And you also in your
fun.
head, you're going, I'm doing new. I'm doing that new Tampa new.
It counts. Oh God.
So what? You're with the fam. Santa came down the chimney. Everybody got, he brought everybody the good stuff.
Yeah, we had to do Christmas a couple days early, because that was when all the stars aligned for my whole family to be here with their kids and like all that jazz. So we did it on the 23rd. Santa, he literally he came early just for us. We make Santa come early. Now I can't get it out of my head. But we did it on the 23rd. It's so fun with little kids. It is like so much pressure on the kids. It like, or not pressure, but we talked about this with like birthday parties at one point where it's like a weird mix of like the kids want to open toys, but then they also just want the things that they already got. Yeah. Or they want what the other kid just got. That's what we were fighting the whole time.
I gotcha. Okay. What was the big what age range are we talking here?
Well,
these kids are like still fully in Santa Town, right?
Oh yeah, like 3 and down.
Oh baby.
So it was like the 3-year-old is just starting to really understand like these are presents for me. Like the other ones are like 1.5 to 2, and it's like they're coming around on it, but like they'll forget about Santa.
Well, that's still the age where you have to be like, no, like rip this open and there's a thing inside.
Open the goddamn gift.
Open the fucking. I spent $200 on this thing, and then you go spiral and you're like, why did I spend so much money on a 2-year-old?
Oh God, he's focusing way more on the ribbon on the packaging, the actual gift. Or it's like clothes are really funny to watch little kids get
because they're like they don't even know what they should be reacting.
Yeah, and the adults are like, "Oh my God, that's an awesome little jumpsuit, whatever it is,
Oh, and a little bean vest.
Look at say thanks to Aunt Mary, and they're like, "No, I don't. For what?"
He's sitting here like, I don't even have a place to wear this. Where am I going to wear this little bean vest?
I don't like wearing any clothes in general.
Yeah, I kind of go dick and balls out.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing. I've been dick and balling all over New Orleans.
We had. You're just winning the poo.
That's kind of fun.
That is fun.
You could do that here, and people would be like, only in New Orleans. And you're like, no, that's a crime.
Yeah, that's public indecency.
That's a crime. I used to do this joke here, Tom, and I thought, I don't know if it would work like outside. Do you think people have enough of an understanding of New Orleans to see if this one would work? But I guess it's still local humor.
Tell me the fucking joke.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You're like spiraling on your own.
I just played a little ping pong with my own brain back and forth for a second.
This is what you just said to me. You said, I've been doing this joke about New Orleans. Tell me if you think it would work. Do people have enough knowledge of New Orleans outside of New Orleans to, but then again, it is a local joke. I'm like, hey, Tim, this is a 2-man podcast here. I'm right here.
You just turn your camera off, and I'm like, well, I mean, but I guess it is a well-known city.
I put 2 of your cameras up.
Let's see. So I was talking about how, they have like SVU Las Vegas or Law and Order Minneapolis or whatever it is.
Yeah, we didn't get one, but yeah,
and I was saying that they could never do one in New Orleans because the beginning of all Law and Order is the person finds a dead body, he calls the cops. But people here just step over lifeless bodies every day, so nobody would ever call the cops.
I feel like that would work as a New York bit too.
Oh, but is there a Law and Order? Yeah, that's kind of where Law and Order is
all of
based.
You think there's a Minneapolis, but you're not sure about New York?
Yeah, and it's not called Law and Order New York City. It's called Law and Order. That's the original.
And then Special Victims Unit.
Yeah, and then the SVU. See, that's why it couldn't work for New York.
What?
Or maybe I could say that's like a faulty premise because people step over lifeless bodies
but then
every single day.
But then the premise of isn't this show unrealistic?
Hey, this show's stupid. And
Isn't this
like, oh man, there's a lot of meat on this bone.
Isn't this 30-year-old show that is kind of beloved and Mulaney did like 30 on? Isn't it kind of stupid? Go back to New Orleans because then the joke is actually about New Orleans, not
right.
Yeah.
I remember doing it here, and it always got a nice pop. And then I think I tried it in Chicago, and it didn't work one time. And I was like, done, over, never doing it again.
God, I got to move back.
Yeah. Why'd you come back, dude? I just really love this New Orleans joke I've been cooking up. You familiar with SVU?
Yeah, that's I think keep it in New Orleans, but that would work. Everyone knows New Orleans. Like
they at least know it's a party city.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll try it in Vegas or try it for Vegas, but I hate Vegas. All right, okay. What else is going on, Tom? Jesus Christ.
Dude, you know what? It's been a fun. I don't know if I'm going to turn this into something on stage yet, but it's been funny noticing being back home. Like you learn where you stand. I feel like maybe we talked about this on the last pod. Maybe we didn't. I don't know, but it's like especially in a big family, like we kind of rotate who is in the spotlight at any point.
Okay.
And it's fun. Like I am clearly the bottom problem child right now. Like
bottom problem as in you cause the least amount of problems?
Yeah, I think I have the least amount of respect in my family.
Okay. Okay.
And like not even in like people aren't outwardly disrespectful to me. Like no one's like, hey, we're all worried about you. No one's like that. But like I get accused if someone farts in the room, there's 14 people in the room at any point. It's always straight to me.
Well, you're the person you're the least taken seriously.
Yeah, I'm the fart culprit, and every group has one. And I think it used to be my brother, but now he has his life together and has kids.
Yeah. He's not farting anymore.
No, I'm like, believe me, he's still tooting.
No, he gave up farting long ago. Time when he cleaned up his act, he got rid of farting.
Dude, my brother-in-law convicted? No,
he was convicted.
No, what is the word I'm looking for? He accused. Jesus Christ. I'm having a stroke over here.
Convicted and accused, very different things. Tom.
I did not get convicted, actually. I pled not guilty. And he just turns to me, he goes, "Did you fart?" I look around, there are 2 dogs, 5 infants, and my 91-year-old grandmother in the room.
You're like, there's literally a fresh pile of shit in grandma and that baby's pants.
Literally surrounded by people who have no control over their asshole. And I get accused of farting. I'm like,
it's just because it's like, let's see, who's an easy? Tom's a pretty easy one.
I think it's like it's a financial status thing. I'm like, whoever is poorest just gets looked down on.
Also, well, I mean, to be fair, you can't accuse a baby because a baby doesn't know any better, and they're not going to be like, yeah, oopsies, my bad. And then you can't accuse Nana at Christmas.
Guess what? I can accuse a baby. I will not accuse Nanny.
Nana at Christmas.
You almost nailed it. That's what we call her, Nanny.
Nanny? Okay. Yeah. You're like, hey, grandma, shit your pants again? Everybody's like, come on, Tom. Jesus Christ. It's Christmas, for Christ's sake.
I'm so mad about it, dude.
Wait, so when you said your problems, whatever little problems you have in your life aren't considered important enough. Is that what you mean? So you're the easy culprit for things?
I think I think it rotates over like who's like the wild child. It's the same thing where like, I offer like to drive people to the airport and they're like, we'll Uber. You'll probably be asleep still. I'm like, all right, your flight's at 2 p.m., but sounds good.
Who do you think I am? Tim Smith?
Yeah. It's that kind of thing. It's like, I'm like, what the hell?
The hell? My niece hit me with this one at dinner. We're sitting there out of nowhere. She goes, "Do you think you're famous?" I was like, "No." And she was just kind of like, "Okay." All right. Just went back to her food.
Good.
And let me tell you something. Did I overthink that question from a 12-year-old? You better believe I did, Tom.
Just pushing peas around on your plate, like looking good. I just had a real kind of pop though, so.
What the hell does that even mean? Do I think I'm famous?
Do I think of it? Is she asking me if I'm famous or if I think?
What
did I say to her last time?
Yeah, I'm also like, okay, so actually, this is what happened. Somebody told her that I think I'm famous, and that's why she phrased it.
You're looking around at the table and you're like, it was you, you piece
it
of
was you,
shit.
wasn't it? Just the one just looking at me, shaking their head. I'm like, it was you, wasn't it?
It was you. Did you fart also?
Is there poop in your pants? My mom's like, not this year, Tim. Come on, please.
Come on, Tim.
And then I spiral, and
Yeah.
then I have to go, that's a 12-year-old. Tim, what are we doing? Let's get back into the Christmas spirit and accuse somebody of farting.
Come on. Let's make this a family again. That's so funny. Do you think you're famous?
Just the weather. It's not are you, because that's different. That's a young kid not understanding.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's
Is
kind of
loaded
cutting.
as hell,
I think I would overthink it too. From a 12-year-old?
I was like, am I talking to Aaron Schneeman right now? Because that was like kind of
That's my mother,
cold-blooded.
for those of you who don't know. She can be really cutting.
And she likes to
Especially when it
slice
comes to
old
Tim.
Timmy every time I see her.
Love you, Mom.
I walk out of I come home and everybody's like, did you just get a knife fight? Why are you all bloodied up? I'm like, nah, I was hanging out with Tom's mom for 8 minutes.
I was putting in some family time with Tom's crew.
She absolutely beat the shit out of me.
Dude, we're unbelievable at just shooting shots. My dad threw one at you too.
What did he say?
I go.
And that was like on Christmas Day, and I was like, come on, Dr. Nick.
Well, I think on the pod last week you said I would love a Schneeman family hot drink, or no, maybe it was just a text. We could talk off the pod too. Is the fun thing.
We hang out all the time. We're not even roommates alone.
No, we're
but
not.
we are good friends. Tom.
Others. But it's called the Tom and Jerry, and it's like a batter based. It's mostly like cream and I think it's like sugar and flour.
I mean, it's
it's
not a healthy beverage.
It's a melted milkshake, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
With rum and
hot, but it's not room temp. It's hot. It's like
it's hot
chocolate mixed with
rum and ice
cream.
Yeah.
It's like a 32-pound drink. It's like somehow 8 pounds, but it's in a regular size.
3,000 calories as well.
It's a dense beverage,
but it's so good if it's cold and it's late and you're watching a movie on the couch.
And you got that little cinnamon on top.
Sprinkle some cinnamon.
It's a very festive beverage as well.
Yeah, so we
the
make
mug has
around
a
the
snowman
holidays.
on it. It's not
of course.
bad.
It's what Schneeman means. It's our last name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
we're all in on the snowman stuff here. So we were having some of those the other day, and I sent a selfie to you and said Schneeman family hot drink, making fun of the fact that you couldn't remember the name, but we kind of like that name better, honestly. Schneeman family hot drink. It's more fun than Tom and Jerry. We don't know Tom or Jerry. Well, I guess I'm Tom.
Well, yeah. Damn it.
But
who the fuck is Jerry?
Let's call it
who's
Tom and
Jerry?
Timmy.
Do you have a pod with Jerry this whole time too? I'm like, hey, who the fuck is Jerry?
That's where we came up with the drink. I'm like, Tim's calling it Schneeman family hot drink. Let's go with it. So we were having them. I sent a selfie, and you sent back a riff, which was a picture of a Modelo, and it was a Smith family Modelo.
Yeah, just
and
a little nothing riff.
I show him. I go, look what Tim sent back, Smith family Modelo, and he just goes, God, that's so lame.
Yeah. I was thinking that's like a little lighthearted riff. I thought I was going to get a lighthearted response.
Yeah.
Nick just absolutely cuts my knees
God,
off.
Tim's a loser, and so's his family.
A fucking loser. He comes from losers. Of course, they're drinking Modelo's. I was like, God, Nick, put down the Schneeman family hot drink, dude. You've had too many.
That was awesome. That was a highlight of Christmas.
What do we got? Any family shenanigans? Anybody get into a nice fat argument? Anybody do something fun?
We kept it pretty conflict free. I think the last time we've had like a big argument was before the kids. Once there's grandkids involved,
perspective changes.
Yeah, it's so much harder to find the time to get mad at each other. You're changing diapers and cleaning up puke.
I guess the closest thing to that was like, did you fart?
Yeah, and I was like, and I got so mad.
Well, here's the question everybody's dying to know, Tom. Did you fart?
In that moment, I had not. Do I fart the most? Maybe.
Well, yeah, you haven't gotten your shit together yet.
I thought you were going to say my period for some reason. I don't know. It sounded like you were going to say that. Is that when farting stops?
Do they fart a lot when they? Yeah, but you haven't got your life's still a little bit in shambles, so you're still farting.
Yeah, say more about that, Tim. What do you mean?
But I'm referring to the riff that we were doing no less than 6 minutes ago.
No.
Tom. No.
You think my life's falling apart?
I guess it is kind of funny. It's like when you don't have your shit together, you're still public farting. When you pull it all together, you know to go into the other room.
Yeah, because everyone's farting.
Everybody's farting.
But here's my point is I think every family probably has a fart culprit regardless of what kind of numbers he or she is putting up.
Right. You're the scapegoat.
I'm the
farts.
scapegoat. Yeah, I'm the fart goat.
Now,
it sounds like I'm really good at farting.
Yeah, it just means you're amazing at it.
I kind of am the fart goat, if I'm being honest.
Somebody absolutely tees off on a fart, and they're like, I've seen Tom do better than that.
You can do, no, it would have been 3 seconds longer if it came from
Tom's got way better bass. He's more of a baritone. His asshole's more of a baritone.
A little callback to last week. Yeah, Tom's been battling lactose intolerance his whole life, but he loves cheese. So
but he just can't help
he
himself.
Just will not stop.
Dude, my body. Are you in the zone where it's like it's just everything? You got to detox everything when you get back to sunny Los Angeles.
Yeah, but I gotta see. I've been fighting this. I can't view that as the time to recover because I'm there for like 36 hours at a time. So I can't be like,
True.
oh yeah, I'll recover when I get back to LA. And
I just mean LA is the umbrella term for just post holiday. It's just pulling together.
Well, and what sucks is you kind of feel like you're healthy a little bit because it's like the meals are unreal and like
home cooked.
Yeah, home cooked and like fairly healthy.
Yeah.
Then and I'm working out. But then it's
okay. So I haven't been doing that.
Oh, well, our family just everyone runs. That's all I'm doing. But then it's drinks, and
drinks.
Cookies.
Oh man, I've been going off on the Christmas cookies.
I ate 4 cookies when I got home last night, and like kind of without thinking about it because they're
there.
Many people made cookies.
They're just there, and you're like, yeah, these are delicious. There's 8 pounds of frosting on these. Maybe I'll wash it down with a nice melted ice cream beverage.
Maybe I'll sprinkle one in there.
I'm just like, and this is another thing. I don't know why I think the holidays are going to be a relaxing time. A little time to rest my weary bones.
No,
to rest my mind. Why? It's the most stressful time of the year.
It's so stressful. You wake up on Christmas Eve and you're like, I forgot a present for Aunt Mary.
But you're always on. You got to be on because you're seeing people you haven't seen. You're seeing the family you haven't seen. You're going to visit these people. So you're on the whole time, and it's exhausting to us. Are we on the same page here?
I'm kind of reliving the 23rd through 25th. It was stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, we were all flying out on the 25th, so it was a little bit of a different energy this year, but it was stressful.
Flying out? Wait, you were flying? Where did
My
y'all
whole
do Christmas?
family went to Costa Rica. We did Christmas on the 23rd, then we did like cousin stuff on the 24th, and then my whole family flew to Costa Rica on the 25th on Christmas because it was like half as expensive.
I was going to say it's probably the move, honestly.
Yeah, and then I flew to Aspen to do shows with old Becky Robinson.
BR
flew back last night.
And then when are you heading to CR?
I'm doing 7 sold out shows with Jeffrey Asmus this weekend in Minnesota and flying to CR on January 1st.
Let's go. Is this at the world famous Sisyphus Brewing Company?
This is Comedy Corner Underground, the rival
Comedy
across
Corner.
town.
Oh, okay. No shit,
they worked
dude.
It's literally the same booker.
Oh, damn. No, let's keep it where it's a big rival.
Okay.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah, dude. Sissy did me wrong last time. Just kidding. It's one of my favorite places in the world.
The best place in the world. They're the sweetest people. I bombed there 4 straight shows.
I pay you so much money. Thank you for bombing. You did not bomb. I had family at those shows.
They were weird ones.
Yeah,
how about this? How about this, Tomas? I posted a little story of being in New Orleans, and some people hit me up. We got a big fat comic hang brewing up tomorrow. We got Dave Ross, we got Django Gold,
Let's go.
Graham K, we got Andrew Polk. They're all coming to New Orleans tomorrow, so it's gonna be Hang City.
Are these all New York comics?
Yeah. Well, Polka's an LA guy, or he was in LA for a bit. He's back in New Orleans. But yeah, these
Okay.
are all New York guys.
Wow.
All gonna be in the Big Easy. So we're gonna turn in a big fat hang. What do you think of that?
I love that. Any shows? Is there a mic? Is there like
We're hit. There's a show tomorrow. I did. Did I tell you I did the classic Baton Rouge open mic? Have we talked since then? The one that I started at.
I can't remember if it was before or after.
This was before. Maybe I didn't, but it was it's an open mic, so it's dog shit.
Right.
But there were a few guys doing their first, so they, how this goes. They bring everyone they've ever met.
Oh, so you had some people in the crowd.
Oh, so the room is hot and
So
juicy.
Timmy cooks.
Timmy turned in some heat and just had the time of my life at the station.
Oh,
That never happens. There's always like 6 people there because I you know this. I don't like doing shows when I come home,
Yeah.
so I just do
I think it's weird.
I think it's so weird that. Well, we can talk about. I'll text you about why you're weird after the pod.
Awesome. Also, ask me if I farted.
But it was like you walk in, you usually go there, and it's like it's mic time. I'm gonna blast some new. I'm gonna see some guys I haven't seen in a while. But we walk, and it's just slamma jamma.
This rules.
So all the new I was cooking up, I was like,
Maybe we'll kick that to the curb. Show these
Kinda
cats how it's done.
kind of want to cook a little bit. I did close on new, and probably shouldn't have closed on new.
No, but that's a fun. I respect the decision.
Got to do it,
I don't
and
think
it
it
just
was the
like
right
kind of
one, but
went
I
to
respect it.
mid, and I was like, but it's an open mic. Who gives a flying shit,
Yeah.
But it was fun. Yeah, I like going back and doing that, and just it's nice to be like, yeah. I remember when I came and watched this open mic 2 or 3 times to work up the balls to
Yeah.
get up in my Cole Haan loafers, and because I thought those were like chill and cash.
Cole Haan on stage.
Those are like and I like bought a new T-shirt that day, and I was like, I'm gonna be so chill.
Yeah, I was my original outfit was a button down and jeans.
Yeah, but I'm sure you were pretty cool about it. I bet you rolled the sleeves up to show that you're like kind of a casual guy.
I think eventually I did. Once I was
Yeah.
damn, I think I might be edgy now.
I'm gonna do some of my darker
stuff on
stuff.
stage. Yeah.
You're like, hey guys, you mind if I try some fucked up jokes? And they're like, yeah, sure. And you roll your sleeves up, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, damn, dude.
I'm like, so at my last corporate job.
Yeah. So at our last all hands meeting, wait till you guys hear this shit. What? Okay. So you still had your tight haircut.
Oh, when I started. Yeah.
Yeah, jeans. What was the shoe situation? Probably like some Nike
sneaks.
running shoes.
Yeah, like nicer. Like it was what I would wear in the office, and it was like a tech office job. So it was like nice jeans, some sort of nice-ish sneaker,
Right.
maybe some 270s,
Sure.
and then a button down,
So 270s.
no shirt
Love
underneath,
that.
showing a little chest hair for sure.
Well, you guys know when you're on your lunch break and you're like playing ping pong in the kitchen. You wait till Friday to get that beer.
Yeah, ping
This is
pong
like-
table was in the game room, not the kitchen. But yeah, no, it was. You did listen to my early stuff.
I was a huge
Well,
fan
I
of the early stuff.
Not so
Huge
much
fan of the
later
early
stuff.
Tom.
Yeah. Oh God! Wait, I had something I wanted to bring up a second ago, and now I'm fucking. Oh, I forgot I teased this last week. The show that happened in Orlando where the power went out.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You had to go acapella Tom.
Yeah. So it was kind of a cool comedy moment. I mean, it didn't rule for doing an hour, but like we show up, it's like torrential downpour in Orlando. So I'm also like, no one's gonna show up.
Yeah.
And then, 5 minutes before showtime, people start trickling in. 10 minutes after showtime, it fills up. And I'm like, okay, we got a show here.
We got a show on our hands here.
And then as the host is bringing up the first comic, power goes out. And then it's like, hang on, comes back on. Okay, we're back on. Power goes out again. Now he's like, everyone just remain calm for a second. And then he like runs back to the owner, and the owner's like, we gotta kick everyone out. This is a huge
Were people
liability."
freaking out? Did he say remain calm? And it was kind of like everybody's like, yeah, we're pretty chill actually.
Yeah, everyone. He was more like, stay seated. Like,
Everybody
don't
calm the fuck down.
yeah. It was no, yeah. He just starts like giving someone chest compressions next to him. And the owner was like, "We gotta kick everyone out." And he was like, "Fuck, really?" And I'm like, "God damn it. I'm missing like dinner with my sisters to come do this." And I was like,
Right.
"God, this sucks." And then he's like, he goes, "Well, I don't know. I can't do bar service, but if people want to stay, we just no one in or out. Like because it's a liability thing."
Yeah.
So the host goes back and he goes, "Do you guys want to do the show?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." And he's like,
Yeah.
"All right."
What else are they gonna go do?
Yeah, especially because it's raining. No one
It's a
really wants.
monsoon
It's like
outside, yeah.
it's like torrential. No one really wants to go out to their
Yeah.
cars even. So he was like, "All right." So I get this is a potential zero moment. Although I hope whatever doesn't matter where this is. I don't think I said it, but I had just asked him to get he has the host. I'm like, put someone else on the show, and then I'll go up. We'll keep it a tight show.
Yeah.
Then he's like, I got a couple guesty requests, and he's like, I can vouch for them, and it's like they're all at the show, and
But it's also we're hanging on by a thread here as it is.
Well,
we're
this is
tossing
before
guesties up.
he told me this before the power went out. He was like,
okay.
he was like, can these other two? So now it's him, 3 others, then me. And he's like, one of these guys is in from out of town, but he came up here. And I was like, and they're all there looking at me, watching them him have this conversation. I can't be the guy who's like, no.
You just shaking your head.
Absolutely
No.
not. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an incredibly tough look for Tom there.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, everyone, it's just, can they all do 8?
Sure.
And it's kind of like, that's a feature set. That's 24. And then
Host rips 10.
yeah, that's fine.
Bingo.
Power goes out. I go, all right, let's keep it tighter. Can you guys just all do 5? And one of them looks at me and is like, what? And I was like, let's just all do 5. I'll do shorter too. And
You're a man of the people.
and I'm like, I'm gonna do less time too. Let's just capitalize while we have them, but we'll get out of here kind of early because there's no power or beverages in the building. Like,
Yeah, and you don't know if the initial excitement of the power going out is gonna last through the whole show.
exactly. And like everyone's only talking about that too.
Right.
It's like everyone's trying to riff on that, which I also was like kind of pissed about because I was like, yeah, the first guy, of course, you can't not talk about it. But now this is the show. It's now we have to live in this. And it can't just be, the punchline can't always be, I can't believe you guys are here. I can't believe you stayed. Like everyone was like reminding them of how crazy this was. And I was like, shut the fuck up in the back.
Like, literally, what are we supposed to do in a once in a generation storm? Yeah, we're already here. We're going to stay.
So I was kind of losing it in the back. And I was so pissed at the guy because he goes, what? And I go, everyone do 5. And he goes, okay. And he looked so disgusted. And I was like, you wanted the extra 3? There's no mic or spotlight. You're in the
and
dark.
Also, it's 3, bud.
It's 3 extra minutes.
It's 3. Just say, yeah, you'll do the 5 and then blow
do
the
8.
light.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Exactly, dude. Don't put it on me. Don't make me feel like an asshole.
You just go, absolutely. And then you do 8 and, now you're the 0 of the week and you never
but that was
work
like,
with...
it was close to 0 energy.
How old was this guy? Was this a young guy? That
No,
feels like an older gentleman.
Yeah, a little older. Oh, he is older than me.
Yeah, that's what that was.
That's what that was, yeah.
He's gone, like, seriously, dude?
I know. You're back home. Big whoop.
Ready to toss. He's like, I have my entire family here. Expecting to see me do 8 minutes of stand-up comedy.
They're going to see me do 5? Now everyone's going to accuse me of farting at Christmas.
Okay, this is humiliating. Okay?
I'm already the fart culprit. Now my time's getting cut.
It's like, dude, my kids are here. And you're like, okay, problem number 1.
Yeah, this is a bar. Sir, this is a CVS.
Well, wait, so how'd the show...
Then it was like pretty fun. Like it is hilarious. Like without a microphone, it removes so much of the illusion of a power difference. So some bits where I'm like, oh yeah, I do kind of like, I move the mic away and I yell or I bring it back and I'm quieter. You don't really like realize that until you don't have it.
It's kind of like spoken word now.
It's what it felt
feels very different.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you guys like, and you can't be as performative.
Right.
Like you have to just kind of talk to them because it's like we're just in a room in the dark.
How big is this room? Because there's like one of two things. It's like you either everything has to be way louder, so you can't play with like the voice inflection or any of that kind of stuff. It's like harder to quote unquote do a voice because you're kind of yelling the whole time.
40-person room.
Oh, huge. Okay.
But the rain was pretty loud on the roof. So it was like base level volume was not super quiet. So everyone was kind of talking like this. So you do lose some of the nuance with your voice.
Yeah.
And that I felt it on a couple jokes. I was like, "Ooh, that's not hitting." Because
you're like, "Ooh, didn't realize I was really leaning in on my voice getting lower."
Really using the mic on that one. Yeah,
yeah.
So it was interesting, but it ended up going pretty well, and it was cool afterwards. Like even though like I didn't feel awesome about, I ended up doing almost an hour, which
there we go.
After I told everyone I would do less time.
Oh but, man, that dude in the back was like, "Fucking!"
He was. So
I do him 5, so he can do 2 hours.
So I'm.
Say his name. What's his name?
I'm not saying it.
Show his photo.
He's a good comic. But it was funny because I felt pretty bad about how the set ended. Everyone got tired and like it had really worn off. The bathroom was also, the owner locked the bathroom because he's like, I don't want any problems in there.
Kind of can't.
And so a million people had gone up to use the bathroom, got told they have to hold it like they're a 3-year-old.
At least they're not boozing.
Also, you can't buy stuff from the bar. And no, we just ran out of water too. So
Jesus.
Yeah, so yeah, go sit back down and watch Tom's closer. He probably should have gotten off stage 12 minutes ago.
They're like, well, honestly, it's not hitting as hard with no mic. He does a lot of inflection with the mic.
Dude, so I get off, but what was very cool, it was like, this is where I was like, damn, all right, comedy rips. Everyone afterwards was like, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. That was like, we go to a lot of comedy shows, or like, we've been following you. Like, this is like, it was really cool that you guys stuck around and did the show. Where like all the comics were like, it was cool as hell that you guys stuck around, wanted to do the show.
Well, you're all in it together. You're like, this is a weird, fucked up situation, but let's do this thing.
Yeah.
It was cool. Fun.
I'll never forget.
And that's one of those war stories that you're gonna have when all the comics are hanging around talking about this crazy gig they did one time, and you're gonna go, wait till you hear about Tampa.
Your spotlight went out? Yeah, try spotlight, mic, doors, bathroom, water.
How about this? 3 people in the audience drowned to death during my show. How about that? You ever performed in a flood? There's 8 feet of water in the showroom.
God. So thank God. Fun. That was thank God I have these shows with Asmus this weekend, because it would have been my last headlining set of the year.
Yeah, it's a tough way to go out.
Now we've got some co-headlining, a famous Tom Jeffrey co-headlining set where we're both going to look the booker in the eye and say, we're both doing 35, maybe 40. I will do 35. Jeff will do 68.
Jeff will do a 3 full hour set. That's so fucking funny.
It's so funny. It happens every time.
I mean, but at least you probably learned now, like, Jeff's finishing the show out, correct?
Oh, yeah. Like, when we did our last run, I think I only went second twice out of, like, the 16 shows we did.
Because it's just bizarre after Jeff does 2 hours.
Right, because he's not going to stick to the 35. I'll stick to the 35.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't know how to stick to anything under 88 minutes.
This weekend, I mean, I am running it at least twice out of these 7 shows, because
I think
he deserves it.
I was about to say, you need just in a sense of just payback, just pure payback.
Exactly.
You got to get up there and you got to keep an ie on him in the back and just wait till you see him really start to like piddle around in the back.
Especially because
that means I'm doing 15 more, Jeff.
If I was featuring, I would never consider this, but we are co-headlining.
It is billed as co-headlining.
And he doesn't really have ground to stand on with it.
Mm-mm. So you need to go until you see him get anxious and then do 20 more.
And then say, now I'm going to get into some new. Like, it's going to be real new, too.
Like, kind of you're writing on stage.
I'm going to do the fart culprit thing.
Comedy is so funny. I know we've talked about this, but discussing jokes in a serious manner,
it's so
when
funny.
you're saying things like fart culprit,
mm-hmm.
or I'm really trying to figure out this goofball joke.
Yeah.
And
What do you think-
you're so serious about it, but you are saying fart culprit.
I mean,
in the
you
middle of it.
You had a little bit of a existential crisis at the beginning of this, trying to figure out if SVU New Orleans was better than SVU New York.
And then it's like, does it boil down to just local humor? Am I just doing a local riff?
Just all that is, I guess, huh? That's just, maybe I do need to start performing when I'm back home.
Oh my God. I think my niece got in my head.
Yeah. Do you think you're famous?
Do you think you're famous? But it wasn't an accusatory question. Man, that question really fucked with me.
Yeah, it did.
It ruined my whole meal. I was like, can we box this up? Get the check. I'm done.
I was thinking about this yesterday. This goes along with the serious, the language that we use around comedy is so funny. I also love that, like, there's some people who listen to the pod who use phrases that we say now. And but yesterday I was texting a buddy in Minneapolis where before my flight got delayed, I was like, I get back kind of early. Are you doing any spots? He's like, no. And I was like, all right, I saw so-and-so is at Sisyphus. I think I might rat a guestie on the late. And then I was like, I just typed out the phrase rat a guestie on the late.
On the late, yeah.
And I don't know if he knows that I talk like that. We're not like super close.
He's
And-
literally Googling like comedy terminology.
Rat a guestie.
What is a
on the
rat a
late?
guestie on the late? Is he like has he been doing it for a while?
Yeah. He's around. But I'm
Okay,
sure
okay.
I'm sure it made enough sense. But
Well, that's like
I
Maddie
wanted to
Wiener
be
will
like,
say, go ahead.
well, I wanted to be like if, because then he was like, oh, cool. But if he had been like, what? I would have been like, yeah. See if I could find some cheese. You
I'm
know?
looking for cheese.
I'm looking.
Oh,
do you think
sorry,
there's
I thought
any
you were
cheese
one of
at
my
the
friends.
late show?
I'm gonna be a little piggy looking, rolling around in some slop on the lake.
Little rat fuck pig. I mean, I'm trying to get some slop.
I'm trying
Well,
to roll around. in
I'm trying to
slop
find some
on the
cheese so
lake
that
show.
I can feed the piggies slop on the late. Is what I'm saying.
But Maddie Wiener this will like crack me up. She's like, I forget that like no one speaks the way that y'all speak. So she'll like say shit like that and do a different friend group, and people are like, what the fuck? What did you just say? And she's like, right. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I was saying I was gonna catch the train.
So I'm a piggy, okay, and piggies like slop.
Oh God.
But it's a fun way to talk.
Very
I'm just
fun.
saying, you got to find a little joy in your life, people.
I encourage you guys to all adopt the term feech. Oh, feech has come up a lot too.
Hitting the feech button.
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
See, but that one's pretty intuitive. You can crack the case on that one if you
Yeah,
don't know.
but people always will just go feech. I'm like, yeah, it's feech spot.
Yeah, I'm hitting there's a host button.
Yeah.
There's a guestie. There's no button for a guestie.
No. You're right.
But there is you're rat. I mean, that's a full rat move. But you are hitting. There is a button labeled feech, and if you're featuring, you're absolutely pressing the feech button.
Once in a while, you smash the feech button.
Now that's when you're having a good one. That's when you're really cooking up a storm up there, Tom.
Oh yeah, this weekend I'm stomping on the co-headlining button. Oh Jesus!
What?
Can you hear that?
No.
Oh, I just got a
everything all right?
FaceTime from my sister, but it came through on my computer.
Oh, it says. Boop, 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 boop.
God, I gotta go on Do Not Disturb. Don't they know I'm doing the pod?
So what else do you got to bring down to Rica? They're like they need a fishing pole. You can't find a fishing pole in Costa Rica.
I got,
You gotta
or it's
fly
a
with
fishing
one?
reel, I think, or I don't know. I gotta go get something at my sister's house in the
I don't know.
burbs, and then
Ooh.
and I gotta, I have to get it back here tonight. Before God, they're really. I'm answering. I mean, she's relentless. What? I'm doing the podcast.
Hello.
No,
forgot
in
she
like
can't hear
10
me.
minutes. What's up?
Bye.
Bye.
Amazing. Well, we got a message. I forgot we got that message. Somebody was like, "I'm absolutely jonesing for the Patty Cakes guest."
I know
Patty
it.
Cakes guest appearance.
It's not on YouTube. Something happened last week when I uploaded it to YouTube. It got listed as private. I totally forgot to change that today.
Oh, brood some good.
So it will be up there. Oh God, I've totally forgot about that. I saw that message. My bad, YouTube listeners, for last week. That's on me.
Gotta
Actually,
get the
I'm gonna blame
Patty
YouTube
Cakes
on that
guest
one.
spot. Yeah,
I was busy doing Christmas stuff and farting.
farting up a storm. Now there's a perfect example. Old Pat Smith ratted a little guestie on the pod there. That's a full rat move.
That's a full rat fuck piggy move.
She saw She saw my eye. I mean, you even saw the face I was making. That's a get out of here face.
And it was not a timely matter. It was, I had my chiropractor appointment.
She came on in, gave me a little kiss, chitting in a chat. She sat down, Tom.
I know. I was right here.
I have headphones on. I'm talking into a microphone, and you're on the screen. She's like, let's chat for 10 to
What's going on? You look like you don't have
40 minutes.
anything really going on. Tom, take a lap.
Yeah, Tom, just hit pause. We'll Tim and I are gonna figure out what's going on with my back right now.
Wait. I had a I don't think this is zero behavior, but it was just like if you were there, we would have been doing this guy's character the rest of the day. But
typically that qualifies as a zero, but go ahead.
No, it's because it wasn't really because, again, wait, this is a recurring theme, and I wonder if you're in the service industry, it's so much harder for you to get zero of the week from us.
I mean, you have to fuck up in a way that is like a generational fuck up. Like your whole family is going to pay for this mistake for years and years to come.
Because as you know, like you're dealing with zeros most of the time. So
almost constantly.
Yes. So hurt people, that whole thing.
Bingo.
And I'm at one of the lounges in the airport yesterday, having a couple Aperol spritzes.
Lounge Tom. I mean, you're flirting with a new name here, Tom. You're really flirting with Lounge Tom.
Dude, Tommy Lounges is living life. I'll tell you what. I mean, getting that credit card, it is so funny. Like, it changed my entire life. Changed the way I travel. So I'm dealing with flight delays all day yesterday. I was in the Denver airport for 6 hours.
Oh, damn. Did you dive into the conspiracy theories of the Denver airport?
Yeah, I got tackled, dude. If you stand around looking at stuff too long, they notice.
Well, a lot of people think Men in Black was fiction. However, it is not. If you do start connecting the dots at the Denver airport, they will flashy eye thing you.
Yeah. I think that must have been why I don't remember my flight. Not the 7 Aperol spritzes.
They flashy eye you, and then you wake up in the Spirit Airlines terminal, and you're like, "What the fuck happened here?"
Oh God!
Oh, and so go ahead.
So I'm in the lounge, and the bartender is just getting his ass kicked. Also, kind of a hilarious move. So the tables are all over because people are in there with people, not me. Mm-hmm. I'm in there solo, but everyone else is like sitting around tables. It's packed in there because everyone is dealing with delays.
Yeah.
So there's a line at the bar, like 20 people long, and there's 3 open seats at the bar.
Bizarre.
So I walk up, I sit down at the bar, and bartender right away prioritizes who's sitting at the bar, which I just fucking loved. And I just gave him
they're hanging, they're gonna tip.
And I just gave him a 20 off the top to be like, forget about this line. Come talk to Tom.
Come talk to Tom.
Tommy Lounges here. Also, that was half of what I got paid yesterday for the shows. So let's make this worth it.
You just slide your card over the bar. It says Tommy Lounges. That's the only thing it says on the card.
He's like, is there money on this? Don't worry about it.
Is there anything on the back of this? Or?
I made that myself. Laminated that with packaging tape. So whatever. The line is like crazy, and I'm kind of getting it down. Like, you can't order more than 2 drinks per person.
Okay.
So, like, a lot of people will come up and they'll do the thing where, like, someone else.
Can I get 5 Bud Lights?
Exactly.
For the boys over here.
And he's like, they're right over here. And he's like, I got to see IDs for everyone. You know, classic bar stuff. But then it's also like, there's a difference with like shots, like the amount of hard alcohol. Like, you can only have like 3 shots of liquor per person or something.
Sure. So enough to get pretty lit up.
Or it was 3 total shots per person if between 2 drinks. Okay. So, like, you can't ask for a round of shots, basically.
Okay.
And so, but this lady comes up and she's very unassuming, and she goes, "Can I do a margarita and a shot of vodka?" And the way she said the shot of vodka was like, and also some cocaine if you have it.
Also, like, I'm going to order this, but with deep shame in
my voice. Dude,
it
was like, and I couldn't decide. What do you think? Is it for her, or is she embarrassed of like her husband ordering it?
No, see, that I think that's 100% for her, and I think she went up there to get the drinks, and she's sneaking the shot. That's what I think. Oh,
it's a sneaky shot. They've been delayed, and she's like, "I'm gonna get blasted in here."
Mm-hmm. Now, did you observe how she took the shot?
She took it.
Or did she go back to the table?
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. She took it right there.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
Of course
yeah,
she did.
yeah. God,
Of
I'm a
course she
moron.
did. So
Uh,
she rips the shot and then just takes the marg back to the table.
Yes, I didn't see where she was going though.
Love
But
that.
this is what cracked me up about it. So she goes up, she orders really quietly, but I had already watched this guy give this spiel to like 8 people. So he wasn't being a douchebag to her, but I
Right.
think he was a little fed up with the shot ordering because every time he goes, I have to just do a 3/4 pour. I can't do a full shot because it's too
Mhm.
much for your whole thing. But then just for her is when he snapped and she goes, I'll do it. Also a vodka shot. And he goes, for anyone ordering shots,
She's going, "This is your
I can only do 3 total shots per person. And now everyone's looking at her like, did you order 3 shots?
Yeah, see that? Damn. You know, it's not a zero move because I'm sure his frustration levels were absolutely redlining.
Yes. And it wasn't
Ugh.
intent. The intent wasn't, I'm going to ruin this lady's day. It
Yeah.
was, let me get ahead of this for the rest of the line.
These fucking alcoholics in this lounge. Everyone is
Yes.
trying to get tuned up. But boy, did he really out her.
Dude, I was dying. Like I almost spit my drink out. Because
What was her reaction? Was she like, come on, dude, what the hell?
She did like kind of the lean to the side, like he's talking to somebody else behind me.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I love that. Dude, I got outed so bad. Lizzie and I were at this little bar in Bushy, and I went in to get our drinks.
That's
and it's
Bushwick, by the way.
It's like, oh yeah, it's the Schwick City.
The Schwick.
And we're it's like midday. We're like doing like a fun day. And I go in to get our drinks. She gets a little vod soda. I'm ripping a High Life, and I say, give me a little shot of tequila with the High Life. Same thing. Rip the shot,
Yeah.
go back out with the drinks. Hey, drinks. So Lizzie goes in to get the next round.
Oh no.
And I didn't even think of this, Tom. And she's like, just another round, a High Life and and a vodka soda. And he goes, oh, does he want a shot with this one too? And she's like, what?
Dude, that's incredible. You
And
gotta go
she
back in
said
there and be
that-
like, hey pal.
Hey, what the hell, dude? If I'm taking the shot at the bar, it
Dude.
stays at the bar.
Oh, that's my favorite thing I've heard in a long time.
So she comes back out with the drink. She goes, did you get a shot of tequila with the last one? I was like,
Like a
no.
little kid. No, why? Because I
Dude,
found
it
your
was-
search history is what it was.
Dude, that guy absolutely hosed me. So then I go back in to get the next round. He was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know. And I was like, brother, it's not an issue at all.
It's
But
not an
she
issue.
did-
Don't ever do that again,
Don't ever
though, dude.
fucking ruin my life like that again, dude. But it was so funny. I mean, sweet Lizzie, but she fully just set the trap and watched me walk right into it. Did you
I
get
mean,
a
that's
shot at tequila last? No.
Beautiful. That
No, I
is
didn't.
So funny. Yeah,
So
you have
that's
no
what the
ground to
lady in the
stand on.
lounge was doing 100%.
Yeah, you're right. One, she did take it. I'm an idiot. So I was like, "What did you think it was for?" But I was so hung up on that initial ask because there was some real shame with it.
Shot of vodka too.
Well,
Oof.
also, there's something about like airport bars. People aren't doing shots a ton. Like there were probably 6 people who asked for a shot before that in like the hour that I was sitting there, out of 100 people that got
Yeah.
drinks. And
Boy,
so
I bet
it's rare in there.
It's a wild ask. I mean, I don't want to be anything resembling drunk on a flight.
Oh, that's insane.
I just don't like it.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of fun.
I mean, I'm sure it's like, I don't even, what do you just drunk
It
sitting
does.
there?
It's oh no, you're watching a movie, you're texting. I'm texting the
that's-
whole time. I'm just drunk texting all my friends. I'm writing stuff down. I'm writing some of the worst stand-up premises you've ever thought of.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the whole time I'm just sitting there like, come on, they're going to blow your car up, Michael Clayton. You better fucking watch it, dude. They're pissed.
It does suck once in a while, like on red eyes, I'll have a couple. I'll get to if I'm getting on a plane at midnight, I'll get to the lounge at 11.
Yeah.
Have a couple, get on the flight, go into bed a little easier.
Sure.
Because I'll do a couple, maybe a glass of red wine or 2. Now going to bed is a little easier. You wake up a little hungover on a plane. That's not great.
That is just so far not it.
Yeah, that's not awesome. If you have
Now,
anything you got to do the next day.
How about this little shit, Tom? I have taken an Ambien and jumped on a flight.
See, I love how you're like,
No.
I couldn't imagine being drunk on the plane. Completely on drugs, though, for
Well,
sure.
To be fair, this was a one and done experience for me.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I'm like, all right,
You're off
let's
the
see.
deep end.
they're going to start boarding in 10 minutes. I'm going to take this thing right now. By the time I get my fat buns in the seat, it'll be sleep time. Well, guess what?
They're not on your clock, dude.
How about they hit the delay button on my fat ass?
You're like,
And
can I
now
hit
I'm
the
just-
delay button on this Ambien?
Dude, now I'm just sitting out there like, I'm just absolutely hallucinating with my little carry-on there.
Oh,
And I have to get on this flight fully ambient out, trying to find my goddamn. I'm like, I think I'm in like 22R. They're like, so that seat doesn't exist, sir.
Sorry, I'm trying to rat a guestie in 33.4. I don't know what I'm doing.
They're like, sir, this is a CVS, sir. This isn't even a plane.
The guy is just fucking with you. He is a flight attendant, and he's on the plane. So this is a CVS.
Wait,
What?
what? That's the air marshal right there. He's gonna blow your brains out if you don't pull it together.
Also, I'm your father.
God damn it! So yeah, that was a one and done. I learned my lesson on that one, but
Yeah, that's not great.
I gotta keep it sharp.
I watched a man. This is. I guess we can wrap. We're at an hour, but this is my last little thing from traveling yesterday. I watched a man straight up lie to people, getting off the plane, and then I saw him in the lounge.
Saying he was had a connecting flight?
Yep.
To get off quicker?
He was in my row. He was across the aisle from me, and he was really sweaty. He might have been panicking. Maybe he was on something.
Possibly.
He was like really sweaty. Like I don't normally clock that, but I was like, that guy is sweaty when I was sitting down.
Coke? Was he coked out?
Maybe, but that seems insane on a flight. I mean, if being drunk on a flight is crazy, it could be just like hungover.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
Or sick. I mean, could have been sick. I don't know.
Well, thank God he got to the lounge when he did.
Well, yeah, so he goes, they do the announcement, like a lot of people have connecting flights. If you don't, stay seated.
Right.
And he immediately goes, my flight's boarding. And then we were only 10 rows deep, so I was pretty close behind him. He didn't even get off that early, but it was like kind of like the reason I clocked it is he kind of like almost pushed like a teen girl.
Okay.
Who just had headphones on and wasn't paying attention, and he like kind of clocked her, and I was like, all right, dude, fucking calm down. And then he gets off, and I'm waiting in line at the Centurion Lounge, and I go, wow, that guy is 2 people ahead of me right now.
Who it is.
And so, like, not enough time where he could have gotten to his gate, and he missed the flight.
That's what I was about to say, because
He
if
walked
he was
straight
boarding,
to the lounge. He's just a piece of shit.
Now that's some zero.
Oh, that's a
behavior
zero.
right
That's our zero. Yeah.
That's a zero right there.
Ding ding ding.
Because hey, look, hey buddy, we all want to get off the plane.
Yeah, that's all I want to tell these people every time. That and the guy who tries to get on early, like, when that line where it's like not even really a full line, but it's like boarding group 3, everyone's kind of around.
Just a mass of people. Yeah.
Yeah, and the longer the deeper into the boarding groups they get, the worse it gets.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like boarding group 3, and it's like, and everyone just kind of merges. I hate the guy that squeezes in front of you because
that's where you need the most humanity. That's where everyone really has to function in a society. Is that just cluster of people attempting to form a line to get onto the flight? You got to let people merge.
Of course, you got to merge, and then guess what, pal? We're gonna scan our tickets, and then there's gonna be a line in the jetway, 30 feet past the counter.
Yeah, you're not getting on, dude.
No. Like, also, no one's stealing your seat. Like,
yeah, they're assigned, dickhead.
They're assigned seats.
You know what I fucking hate? Because they always try to dress it up. I guess we can wrap it up after this. And I may have bitched to you about this, but when they're like, folks, we got in 30 minutes earlier than we were expecting, and you're like, neat, and they're like, but we do have to wait on the tarmac for 30 minutes because we don't have a gate yet. And I'm like, well, then what is the big? Why are we supposed to be so excited about this?
It's kind of a classic good news bad news situation, but it's like, no, just tell us the end result.
Or just don't say anything.
Well, like, I understand if, like, we land, if they didn't say anything, you'd be like, why aren't we getting off?
Oh, fair.
But, like, just be like, hey, guys, it's going to be about 30 minutes. We did land about 30 minutes early, so your overall time should be fine. But they always try to give you the good news first. It's classic.
Well, they sell it like, look at what we did here, folks.
Yeah. Also, why aren't we just always going faster then?
Yeah, how does that work?
You know, like
I'm like, wait, because sometimes, like, the same flight, I mean, New York to Louisiana, New York to Chicago, sometimes they're like, folks, we're going to get there in an hour and 40 minutes. You're like, nice. And
Yeah.
other times they're like 3 hours and 10. You're like, well, where are we going?
it's, you know, and I'm sure there is a reason that we don't understand scientifically.
Yeah.
But I hate when they say, like, my little sister just had this. She was flying from Hawaii, I think, and they were delayed, and then they go, we're going to try to make up some time in the air, so your arrival time should be about the same. And it's like,
So you're just hitting the gas harder.
yeah, like put the pedal to the metal every time.
Do that the whole time. Why are we going 400 miles an hour when we could be going 600 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Buddy.
I don't know. There must be something with the winds or
Hey,
seas.
if you're an air traffic controller and or a pilot of some sort, shoot us a DM. Let us
Yes.
know what the hell we're missing here, because you got 2 angry passengers in the sky. And we got
places to be,
hell's
right?
going on.
We got guesties to rat on the
Lord,
late.
That's definitely the name of this one.
Rat on the late. All right.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this thing. I gotta scoot my buns out of here.
Hell yeah. I got to get back out into the mean streets of New Orleans.
This will
Louisiana.
come out tonight. I'm in Minnesota. You're when are
I'm
you
in
back
New Orleans, baby.
Nueva York.
Yeah, we're staying another day.
Okay. Well, do you anything you want to plug? Oh, just Chicago Zanies.
Chicago Zanies, buy a goddamn ticket. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to be there.
When are you there? January 7th.
January 17th.
God, I'm
Old
an
Town.
unbelievably good friend. It's crazy that I knew that.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't even watch my whole set.
Oh my God, I've watched every minute of every time I've seen you headline, and you have never watched 1 minute. We haven't talked about that on the pod yet. And folks, let me tell you, I'm glad we got reminded of it, because
It's
next
a
week I know
Patreon
what we're
episode.
talking about.
It's a Patreon episode. Sign
Talking
up for
about
Patreon.
the destruction of Rome, aka our friendship. All right.
Incredible. All right,
Merry
we love
Christmas, Timothy. We love you
you. Merry
guys.
Christmas, Tumon.
Married my sister, now we're living together.